Hello, 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 Bridget.
Hello, Rujeko. Hello.
How are you?
Ah, it's very hot in the UK right now. It's
Oh,
a heat wave. Oh
yeah.
my, but I am loving it. I am so grateful for it. I say, cook on, please.
So you're a summer girl, are you?
Oh, a summer girl. I'm loving. Everybody's complaining you're sweating. I'm like, bring it on, please. Because
Just
when it's on,
looking
it's
at
on.
you, I can feel the energy and wow, you must be really enjoying yourself.
I am. I am. Thank you. And how are you, Rojeko? You look so well.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm good. I'm thanking God. What can I say? I'm enjoying this. I'm on a road to being healthy. Do you know what I did? I set ourselves up, if everyone else is watching, we're actually on a 6 month lose weight challenge.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. That's awesome. That's awesome.
So we are doing it. And I'm just laughing because I had a sister of mine who said, "We are going to have the summer bodies in December."
I
I
applaud
said,
you guys. I do. I applaud you guys. Honestly.
ah,
I'm
ah,
in that. I didn't know you had a challenge, but I'm actually in that challenge with you.
okay, okay, bring it on, girl. Bring it on. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's where we are. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome.
But anyway, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from my end. Welcome to this show. My name is Rujeko. I am a registered nurse by profession. I am a mom of two and, of course, a growing digital entrepreneur. Here with me tonight. And, of course, it's on the other side of the world. So it's in the morning from where she is.
Yeah.
But is my beautiful co host and panelist. And I'll have her introduce herself.
Thank you, Rojeko. And hello, everyone across the world. My name is Bridget. I am a CBT therapist by profession. I'm also a life coach in conjunction with that. I am a mom of one, and today I am more than proud to be a mom. And Rujeko, if you can allow me the space, I have to celebrate something today, if that's okay. Can I go ahead? As a mom, my
Absolutely.
daughter has messaged me literally before I jumped on this call. My daughter messaged me a message saying, let me just read it out to you guys. This is just Mommy Bridget showing up, okay? Thank you. Um, yes, so she says, I did it. And she sent me a clip of showing her, because she's just finished her degree. It says Bachelor of Science with Honors in Events Management, First Class Honors Award. Oh, I'm feeling very proud of. Well done,
Woo,
Shalomi.
that's
Well done.
fantastic. Wow. I was going to say, this is how we do it. This is how
This
we
is
do it. Na 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 na.
how we do it. Yeah,
Wow, wow, wow. That is the best news any mother can ever receive. So, a thousand congratulations to you, Bridget.
thank you.
Wishing your daughter, what's her name again?
Shalomi. Shalomi.
Shalomi,
Mm,
all the best in all her endeavors. We
thank you.
pray God's blessings.
Thank
We pray open doors for her. We
you.
pray
Amen.
success after success. And
Yes.
we're going to speak that she'll even excel and she'll come
Amen.
home with a doctorate one day.
Amen. Glory be to God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you.
look at you. Look at you. So what are the plans? How are we celebrating?
Well, I was with her last weekend, so
Yeah.
with her housewarming because she's moved into a new place.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to be creative, Rejeko. So if you've got any ideas, please feel free to share. But I'm gonna have to be creative here. I'm thinking, how do I celebrate this? With her. So I don't know. I might have to surprise her somehow or something. But
Yeah.
I haven't got anything at the forefront at the moment.
Wow. Look, we've got another single mom in the building. Noreen. She says, "Oh yeah. Oh yeah."
Hello, Noreen.
Thank you so much, Noreen. We love you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Mm,
You know what? I am just, I feel like I'm so detached. And it's actually part of what we are discussing today. Many years ago, I used to feel like I was ages away from my mom. And now
mm.
with these young ones, even though your daughter is in her 20s, the way they do things is different from us, Bridget.
Very, very different.
I would say let her take the lead. Let her take the lead, and yeah, and let
Mm.
her guide you on how she wants to do it, right? I don't know what other people would say. Just share your comments. Let us know how can Bridget actually share this lovely day with her daughter. She's thinking of doing it big, I guess. Yeah, but let us know what do the young ones do nowadays. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm open to ideas. And
Yeah.
Richard, I absolutely receive and embrace what you just said because she leads. My daughter is very much a lead. So, so
Wow.
I love what you said because I think I'll sneak in a question there. So, how what would what would you enjoy at this time? What would make your day? Something like a question or some
Yeah,
kind.
yeah, yeah,
Hoping I
yeah.
get an answer. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the way to do it. I mean, whoa, you've got to be careful with these ones. But that sounds really good. And you know what? I think it's not even a better time because it's summer for you guys.
yeah.
So, wow, the sky's the limit. So, please give us feedback when we see you next
I'll have
time.
to come back and feedback. Yeah,
Fantastic.
on what we did.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, so today what we have for you, we've got a very interesting topic. And I am a practical person. And if I feel that practical points are not being applied, I will intercede. I don't care what platform I am. Even at work, they know me. In the middle of the meeting, if it's not working, it's not working. I put my virtual hand up and I say, "Excuse me." And I'm sure they say, "Oh my God, here goes this black girl." Oh, because I love practical points, points that apply in people's lives and situations. And if it's not applying, then we're not helping anyone. We are here to actually help, right? So, what we want to talk about an interesting topic that we introduced to you guys, which is culture assimilation and integration. And I remember from the last time when we had a quick introduction between Bridget and myself, we actually discovered that assimilation is different from integration. Assimilation really says, "Be like us, fit into us." Whereas an integration is what it's all about. Integration is we adapt a bit, of both worlds so that we actually belong and we become comfortable. And what I'm going to do, Bridget, I'm going to open up this show with a bit of a scenario. We've shared it before. I don't know if you still remember. And then we're going to try and tackle it. And then we're going to try and apply practical points because these are the situations that a lot of us are facing here in diaspora. And so this story actually is a real story. It's a true story. It happened there in the United Kingdom where you're based. Beautiful family, young family, husband and wife, and they had children. Of course, they came to the United Kingdom, to live the diaspora dream. And that is working, getting money, and hopefully one day relocate and go back home with riches. So, of course, their commitment and focus is work, which is what it's all about when we all come in the diaspora. But then here is the thing. They are going to work, but they also have children, right? And we all know that in the diaspora, it's pretty tricky when you have children because childcare itself is very expensive. So what did they do? They did what we do in our culture. Our culture, we always leave the older one in charge, isn't it? We leave the older one in charge with the younger kids. So that's what happened. So that mom can go to work, dad can go to work. Unfortunately, their shifts actually clashed. So that is it. That's the point at which they got to. Mom went to work, dad went to work, and the older one, who's probably barely 12 years old, was left in charge of the younger ones. Um, so there they are, they're at home, and the older one decides to, probably she wanted to cook, who knows what she wanted to do. She started boiling hot water, right? So she's boiling hot water in a kettle. And of course, it's exciting. There's no mom, there's no dad. The younger ones are there, they're jumping up and down. And the real younger one comes in. I think she was about 3, 4 years old. And she starts jumping with excitement. It's done. The kettle is boiling. The kettle is done. And she's right in front of the kettle, you know. And while she's jumping up and down, God knows what happened, whether she touched it or what happened, but the boiling water tipped. The 12-year-old comes and she's literally frozen. She's literally frozen. She doesn't know what to do. I can imagine the scene, at that time. And, she managed to pick herself out of it, didn't know what to do, started to call mom. But mom is at work. Mom is not going to answer immediately. And then called mom again. From the investigation, there must have been a time lapse between the time that mom finally got to answer the call. The minute the mom heard the daughter screaming and shouting, nervous, everything, she didn't ask 2 seconds. She literally left her workplace. But here's the thing, she had to travel back home. Traveled back home, got to the house,
Mm.
not think twice, picked up the young girl, and straight away put her in the car and went to the hospital. And so this is where it gets a bit sad because we all know you were teaching us the other day, Bridget, about safeguarding, and we got to the hospital.
You go, Rebecca, I'm just going to say,
Hmm.
I'm not sure what's going on with your microphone, but it's going in and out.
It's going in and out. Can
Yeah,
you hear
so
me
yeah,
now?
yeah, that's clear.
Okay. So they got to the hospital and the doctor started treating this young girl.
Mm,
But because the burns were so deep, they'd gone so deep inside the little girl,
mm,
and obviously the questions started coming. Why did it take so long for you to bring this girl to hospital?
mm, mm,
What happened? What is the scenario? What is the situation?
mm,
Innocently, she spoke her story.
mm.
Before you know it,
Yeah,
did she go back home with those kids?
no.
Probably not. From the time I actually read that story, it was 6 to 9 months, and
Mm,
she was still fighting for her kids.
mm.
Uh, so it's sad. This situation, it brings into context how a little bit of culture norms
Yeah.
are different, and how much it can actually affect our lives, our decision.
Mm,
How then do we bridge the gap?
mm,
What practical points can we offer to, families out there who are in diaspora, who are faced with such dilemmas
mhm,
and such situations? There are
mm.
probably many more examples that we can talk
Yeah.
about. But
Mm.
here the thing is, at the end of the day, they want to go to work.
Mm.
So this is my scenario. And yeah, what points do you have to share about that, Bridget?
You should be leading us on what points to share, Rejeko.
I do. Look, for me,
Mm.
like I say, it's about being practical,
Yeah.
and it's about being able to help the people that are listening, you know.
Mm. Mm.
And one of the things that is very important, that I think it's us actually, when we go into a different society, we
Mm.
have to understand the culture norms in that place, and we
Mm.
shouldn't ignore them. We
Yeah.
shouldn't ignore them. We have
Mm.
to be able to apply that, a little bit of what we are learning about that culture into our own scenarios, into our
Mm.
own homes. You
Mm.
know, we have to understand the laws in that place.
Mm.
We have to understand the implications of whatever decisions that we're going to make or take,
Mm. Mm.
especially in that situation.
Yeah.
um and I think some people, they just choose to ignore. Sometimes people
Okay.
just feel like, it will never happen to me,
Okay.
but it does knock on the door, it
Mm.
does happen.
Mm.
um yeah, so that's, yeah, just
Yeah.
just thinking of that situation.
Mm.
Myself, I feel like
Mm.
a lot of people are not open to opportunities that actually lie in the diaspora. I
Mm.
know that when we come, we are given this one advice: you can only
Mm.
do care, you can only do care work, you can only do care work,
Mm.
which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mm.
But if you find yourself in a situation where, you're looking after young ones, you're looking after
Mm.
family, the
Mm.
place of work that you're going to decide to go to is very important, and it's
Mhm.
very key.
Mm.
You need to make sure that you're not going to run yourself into trouble.
Mhm.
So, such as leaving a 12-year-old in charge of young ones, it's
Yeah.
a no no. It's
Mm.
it's just a no no.
Mhm.
But then, how can I help myself when I still need to go to work?
Mm.
I look at you and me, you and I, Bridget. I
Yeah.
know we've been in the diaspora for a while,
Mm.
but we've learned to adapt the work from home opportunities.
Yeah.
I love the decision that you took yourself for your own
Mm.
life.
Mm.
If you don't mind me sharing,
Yeah, go ahead.
you've worked in the care industry, in the nursing industry, sorry, for a very, very long time.
Mm.
But I think it was a mind decision to
Mm.
say, you know what, I want to be independent.
Mm.
I want to step out and
Mhm.
just see how I can do it if I work from home. If I'm not
Mm.
mistaken, your
Mm.
job was actually, you were actually going into work, right? You were
Yeah.
traveling into work.
No, I
Um,
was working from home as
you
a
were working
therapist.
from home. Okay, all
Yeah.
right,
Mm. Mm.
right. But still, that bold decision to say,
Mm.
I want to be independent.
Yeah.
I want to work for myself. You
Mm.
know, I am in a situation where that was a big question. I need to be a present parent. And
Mm.
yes, I love my career. I want to
Mm.
do my career.
Yeah.
I want to excel in it. I want to work in it. But
Mm.
practically speaking, as a
Mm.
single mom,
Mm.
I had to look for an opportunity that allows me also to work from
Mm.
home while
Mm.
I'm looking after kids. And
Yeah.
I think for me, these are some of the practical pointers that we can
Mhm.
give people out there to be
Mhm.
more open minded,
Yeah.
with such opportunities, especially here in diaspora. Um,
Mm.
there are opportunities that exist where you can actually, here in Australia, believe it or not,
Mm.
I think it's this month, they've
Yeah.
actually made it law
Mm.
that as long as your job allows you to work from home legally, two
Yeah.
days home, it's your
Wow.
right to work from
Wow.
home. That
That's
has been
beautiful.
passed to law.
Mm.
So if law is on your side,
Mhm.
why not maneuver yourself in positions that
Mm.
allow you to work from home
Yeah.
and help sometimes with these situations that we face,
Yeah.
as especially as and it doesn't matter, even if you're single, even
Mhm.
if you're married, we
Mm.
all have to go to work at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So that's one point I
Yeah.
can actually think
Yeah.
of. I
Yeah.
can see a big sigh there.
Wow,
It's
Rebecca, it's a big topic, Sha. It's a big topic. And
mm,
I will touch, if it's okay, touch on my own experience because
mhm,
I can see the challenge, as
mm,
especially as for single parents, but who you're self-reliant. But coming back just to honor what you said, you touched on the idea, the importance of respecting the culture that you've come into, number one, and also respecting the law. There is a law, um, that goes along with that. And then third of all, out of that is really being able to identify opportunities. That's huge. That is huge, for us. So in terms of culture, then what is the culture here that we are coming into that's different from the culture back home? What is the culture that you're coming to in terms of how children are dealt with, how children are prioritized, how children are managed in this culture? And then the laws that govern how we work with children, how we look after children. They are laws. And when they are broken, there are consequences. And this is one of those. So we cannot, as you said, overlook, we cannot ignore that. So I'll speak for England, but feel free to jump in and add for Australia. But here in the UK, children are considered vulnerable people. So the way the culture approaches vulnerable people here is that we protect. It's a priority to protect and safeguard. That means ensure the safety of those who are vulnerable. Now, Rebecca, I'm just honoring the fact that you come on a practical level. I'm going to honor how I work. I am more of a teacher. I will teach so that we understand, we have an understanding. The Bible says, in all you're getting, get understanding. We must understand so that in our understanding, then we can go and act out or take action. So please bear with me when I go into that teaching uh, part. So the culture says we must safeguard those who are vulnerable. We must ensure their safety. So when you are considering leaving children who are vulnerable on their own, that law of safeguarding those who are vulnerable is on your shoulders. So whatever you do in relation to your kids, if they are not adults, they are vulnerables. And if they are vulnerable people, you have a duty of care. You have it's not a question of whether you like it or not. You have a responsibility, a duty to provide care. Period. And if you don't do that, you are deemed incompetent. That means you are not fulfilling that duty as required. And if you're not fulfilling that duty as required, someone else may have to take over that duty. It's as simple as that. I'm simplifying it so that we can understand. I'm not saying the situations are that simple, but in terms of the law and your position and your responsibility, that's it as a parent. So the decisions you make as a parent, whatever you decide to do as a parent in relation to that, that duty of care is on your shoulders. And for me, that's where it gets scary. So abiding with the culture, you choose to obey the culture, you choose to obey the law. You've got 3 kids, you need to stay. They are 12, so they are minorities. They're minors, sorry. They cannot take care of themselves. They are only an adult is deemed, able to take care of themselves. As a child, they can't. That's why they call children. So why? Because there's a whole idea that a child's understanding is limited. So, in terms of keeping that environment safe, that 12-year-old had no clue that boiling water around another small child, just that little understanding to understand I'm creating danger by doing this. She's 12, very limited in her understanding. So as a parent, it's your duty to come in there and be the one who enforces what safety look like, how to keep that environment safe. So if you're not there, it means there's no one there to do that. So we've looked at the culture that we must prioritize the protection and safety of of children because they are vulnerable, they are minors. The law says that children have a right. It's the right of children to be kept safe. It's the right, they have rights. In this country, in these countries overseas, children have rights, which may be a new concept to some people. Because here they are treated as important as, if not more, they are treated as important as everybody else. So we can't ignore that. So as part of our learning is being able to embrace that I have a duty of care. I cannot leave minors unattended. I cannot leave minors to fend for themselves or take care of themselves. I can't do that because by the law, I'm breaking the law. So understanding that. So now jumping on to what you've said, Rojeko, what are my options? This is where we have to be willing to be teachable. We have to be willing to be teachable. Coming overseas is an opportunity, a wide door. It's a wide door which says, what opportunities are available to me? Not I can only do. When you come in with a mentality that I can only do care work or I can only do this, you are limiting yourself. There's nobody who's limiting you. You are limiting yourself. Let's talk practically. There may be a time that you are limited to the care job because you have to secure residency or you have to secure whatever status you need to be able then to expand your options. So there may be a window that you have to comply that, I may have to do care work for 3 years. But in that 3 years, my encouragement to you is let's be willing to expand. Let's be willing to expand our thinking. Can I go to university? Can I go to school? Can I go to, what else can I do that will allow me more freedom, that will allow me to create a lifestyle that is healthy for me and my children? It's almost like we have to be given the freedom to dream. We have to be willing to be given the freedom to dream because many of us have been taught or learned that idea that the only option is go and do nursing, go and do this, go and do that. That's all we know. You're not limited to what you know. You can expand your knowledge. You are free to. Especially over here, there's so much opportunity, so many that can allow you to have a different lifestyle that maybe those where you came from, they've never had that before. They've never had that kind of lifestyle. And like Rujoko is explaining, that there are opportunities to work from home. If you've got kids and you want that kind of lifestyle, you can. You can. Now, we I feel to just bring in another idea here that one of the challenges, people may be married, there may be two people working together. But there are some cultural differences in who is responsible for the kids. Because,
Yeah.
yeah, we have to go. Can we go there?
Let's go there, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. Okay. You know, we have to be honest that sometimes some of us have encountered in our culture the idea that it's the woman who's responsible for the raising of the kids.
Mm.
It's the woman who gets to sacrifice. It's the woman who has to give up. So sometimes some of the dynamics that we're seeing, are maybe a battle of the wheels, a power battle between the two authorities that who's gonna give up, who's gonna who's gonna be the one who lay down.
And
They are
that's very common, yeah,
very,
in
very common.
diaspora. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's going to be the one who will sacrifice their job, sacrifice their career, sacrifice whatever? Who's going to be the one?
And it's unfortunate that I think it's a big point why it's actually one of the reasons for marriage breakdown. The rate at which marriages are breaking down in diaspora is really shocking.
Mm,
So yeah,
mm.
battle of the wills. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's who's going to sacrifice. Because when you signed up to come, I'm giving a scenario here. I'm not talking for everyone. I'm just giving a
Mm,
scenario. When you sign up to come overseas, you are seeing progress. You are seeing yourself advancing. You're seeing yourself, this is something that will allow you to better yourself or better your life.
mhm.
And then you come here and then you and your partner, your husband start battling about, well, somebody's going to have to look after the kids. Somebody's going to have to, you know, instead of looking at this, exploring it as together as, okay, how do we do this together? Because one of the cultural differences overseas is that both parents are responsible.
Both parents. Both
Yeah.
parents. Yeah.
Yeah. Both parents are responsible for raising the kids.
Mm,
You are both responsible for teaching them, empowering them. You're both
mm,
so that one is inescapable.
mm,
You, if you are a man or a woman who's come from that culture that says it's a woman's responsibility only, then it'll be a shocker to you because you go into schools here, they'll be asking about the father. Oh, we don't see the children's father. Is the father around? Is he active? Is he, you know? They inquire. They're curious because they understand it takes two here. This system is unlike back home, where we've got nannies, you've got aunties, you've got a whole lot of community around you, even coming into your home to help. Here, most of the time, it's you and your husband and your kids. If you're fortunate and you can afford it, you can bring maybe your parent to help out with the kids. There are lots of people
mm,
who do that.
mm,
Yeah,
mm,
parent bring you, maybe mom will come and stay for 6 months, help
mm,
out, and then another 6 months, help out. Yeah, that is great
mm,
if you have that resource.
mm, mm,
What if you don't have it?
mm,
What then? So part of it we now have to do. You talked about hands-on parenting, present parenting. It's for both men and women
mhm,
to be present parents.
mm.
So the best solution would be to see how you can equally divide that responsibility. How can you share that responsibility?
That one
It's
is
lengthy.
is a
It's lengthy.
difficult one. You try to present this idea of equality in front of men.
Ah, Rijeko.
And I'm telling you, oh my goodness, I could bring a whole women's group on this
Yes,
forum,
yes,
and you know that it's a battle, when you're in
yes.
the home. But that is very true.
Mm,
Here it's all about shared
yeah.
responsibilities. I think, with everything that you have spoken or you're saying, Bridget, something came into my mind. And a lot of people, or a lot of diasporans,
Mm,
they are afraid to be judged.
mm, mm.
you know
Yeah.
there's a lot of fear around, judgment.
Yes.
So, like, okay, a
Mm.
lot of points are running in my head. Where do I
Oh,
start? So
yeah.
let's start from where you coming
Yes.
from, so that it
Yes.
it it aligns. Men, staying at home
Mm,
to look after the kids more
mm,
than the wife,
mm-hmm.
you know afraid to be judged.
Yes.
Though I really want to give applause to
Mm,
most of the diasporan men who have just I say that from a very soft part of my heart.
Mm,
Look, the way I looked after my kids when they were young, when I was still in a
mm,
marriage, it was from a shared place where,
mm,
you know, uh, the husband did his share of what he needed to do for the kids.
mm,
And I'm
mm.
talking about bathing the kids, changing the
Yes,
diapers, feeding the
yes.
kids, making the
Mm,
milk. And I want to just
yeah,
give
absolutely.
flowers where
I,
they are
I,
deserved.
I join you there. I join you there.
And I want to say it
Mm.
helped because he was in a space where a lot of his friends were raising children,
Ah,
and it helped because they
mm,
encouraged each other in this way. You
mm,
understand? They encouraged each other in this way. But then sometimes the boat tips over a little bit
mm,
when the woman now is the one who's driven to go to work and earn more,
mm,
and she
mm,
becomes the one who's earning more
mm,
in the
mm.
home.
Yeah,
That's another battle again.
you can say that again. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, yeah. Oh, that one, you've touched something there. You've touched something there, Rijeko. Because now we have to deal with, I don't even know where to start with that one. Yeah, we now have to deal with our egos, isn't it?
I don't know. It comes in two ways.
Mm.
There's that side where God, I'm just gonna go there.
Oh, please.
There's that side where the woman is the breadwinner, right?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes abuse starts to take place
Mm.
because she's the breadwinner. So, yes, now you keep going to work. No, you have to pay this, you have to pay that, you have to send money.
Mm-hmm.
You know the tax that we have to send to Africa
Yes, black checks.
every month.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we're pushed to doing it every fortnight or every week, you
Mm.
know. And it becomes almost like an abusive situation because
Yes.
she's the one who's being asked to do everything, right?
Yeah. Mm.
And the other partner is glad to just be sitting there and
Yes.
managing, and
Yes.
there's that side. It
Yes.
really happens, guys. True story.
Yeah.
But then of course there's another side where you
Mm.
are rubbing or bruising the man's ego
Mm.
because you are the breadwinner.
Mm.
That one is a bit of a difficult side to deal with.
Mm.
But
Mm.
this is the situation,
Mm.
she's the one who has the masters in the house, so
Mm.
automatically she will get a better job.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say in that situation? That's hard.
Oh my God. Again, I really, when you talked about opportunities, I really think it's very important to understand that whenever you venture into anything new, please embrace the opportunity to learn about yourself for self development, for
Mm,
personal growth. We can't exclude that because there are some journeys that are more than just being, a mother to your kids. It's also learning about yourself and growing in yourself. So you are in a marriage and you encounter the situation where you become the breadwinner and he becomes, well, or maybe the main one. Maybe let's say you earn more than he does. Maybe he earns something but not as much as you.
mm,
I think there's going to be some growth for you in how to handle that.
mhm,
One thing that I know for sure is inequality of any form is a breeding ground, a possible breeding ground for abuse, any kind.
mm,
Abuse always starts with inequality.
mm.
Yeah. When things are
Okay.
unequal, yeah, so there's an opportunity for abuse. Why? Because in this unequal place, maybe somebody sees themselves better, someone sees themselves more, someone sees themselves however they say, and then this one may see themselves as inferior, lesser than, whatever. And the this difference here, we can abuse that difference. We can manipulate it, we can abuse it, we can take advantage of it, or we can use it for our growth.
Mm.
We can use it to grow in whatever we need to grow in. Maybe I need to grow in learning to humble myself and still see you as an equal, even though you're earning less than
Mm.
me. Maybe you
Mm.
need to learn how to embrace and celebrate a
Mm.
woman who was going far and
Come on now. Come on
and
now.
be the able. Let me go there and be willing,
I
be
can just see
willing
a lot
to
of men
be.
switched off. They're like, ah, get away.
Let them switch off. Let them switch off. But the ones who have an ear, let them hear.
Yes,
The one who has an ear, please hear. Please
yes.
hear. Because you need to hear. You become a stable ground for
Yeah.
somebody else to bounce off. And
Mm.
you get to benefit from that.
Mm.
It takes
Mm.
courage, it takes humility, and it takes strength.
Mm.
There is a saying that says, what is that saying that they like to say? Behind every successful man, there's a what? There's a,
There's
I
a
don't know.
strong woman,
I
man. There's a
want,
strong woman.
I want to put it out there. I want to put it out there. That behind every successful woman, there can be a strong man,
Woo.
a healthy man,
Mm-hmm.
a grounded man, a man who knows his value doesn't come from what he earns, but what he brings into that relationship and how he nurtures his kids, how he nurtures his relationship with his wife, his your ability to nurture.
Mm-hmm.
It can't just be about stroking your ego.
Mm-hmm.
There comes a time when you're going to have to lay that ego down and decide what's more important. This community, these people that you've been given to be a shepherd over, to be a covering over, to be a stable place to grow from,
Mm-hmm.
that is a big responsibility. But many, because we haven't learned how to do that, we haven't uh, uh, from wherever we've come from, maybe we've not learned how to do that. We have to be willing to allow men to grow to be who they are meant to be.
Mm.
You're meant to grow into be who you're meant to be. And
Mm.
if you're a leader in your home, then you have to become a leader at home spiritually, leading emotionally, leading relationally, not just be the one. I think I should be the one to bring the bigger paycheck as a man. No, leadership is big. Your leadership, your role, your responsibility, your importance in that home is big. You
Mm.
are part of the foundation.
Mm.
You are part of the foundation that's going to teach those kids how to relate, teach those kids how to manage a relation, have a relationship, a healthy relationship with a woman, or a healthy relationship with other. You're the first man that those kids encounter. You're
Mm.
the first man that shapes them in terms of how they relate to other men. You have
Mm.
a huge responsibility, sir.
Mm.
So that responsibility, yeah, go on, Bridget.
I like, no, no. I'm just, I'm feeling like you are very right in that this topic is just too big.
Too big.
And I'm looking at how we've taken it from the outside of the culture norms into just right inside the circle of relationship norms. um it just affects, it has a butterfly
Yeah.
effect on everything.
Amen.
And it's really, 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 really big.
Mm,
So we touched on families who are in the diaspora, learning to embrace opportunities, learning to be open-minded, right?
mm,
We touched again on that. I think you talked about, uh, there are some, what can I say, things that are just non-negotiable. We have
mm,
to learn about the laws in that country.
mm,
We have
mm,
to.
mm,
Like, you touched on how, here in diaspora we view children as being vulnerable, and
mm,
they need protection and they need
mm,
safety.
mm,
And it's important not to be ignorant of that. It's important to understand the extent at which it has an impact in your own situation and in your own life.
mm,
And of course, we moved into relationships,
mm.
the sharing part, the sharing of the responsibilities.
Yeah.
But of course, there are dynamics that are that come into play when we
Mhm.
talk about the sharing of responsibilities, because we have men, then we rub on their ego.
Mm.
We have situations whereby, the woman is actually earning more than the men. And of course, like you said, wherever there's inequality, abuse
Mm.
comes into play. I like to
Mm.
also add the word manipulation. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of women can actually resonate when I
Mm.
say, there's that word we use for those men, the controlling men. What's the word?
Mm.
Um,
What, dominant or?
narcissist. Narcissist.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay.
where we start to see a lot of narcissistic behaviors from
Mm.
men.
Mm.
So all those things, they come into play, and it's just not a straightforward answer.
Yes. Mhm. Yeah,
It's
that's
not a
true.
straightforward answer,
Mm.
when it
Mm.
comes to this culture
Mm.
integration.
Mm.
Um, but what I really want to say, because I'm mindful of our time,
Yeah.
uh, another thing is, you are right. This topic is too big. It cannot be exhausted in one day.
Mm.
And I want to sort of like bring it into our guest speaker for next fortnight as well,
Mm.
because we're
Mhm.
going to have Sandra. Sandra, ladies and gentlemen, is a qualified social worker who works there in the UK, and she works a lot with families. She's seen a lot. She's seen a lot of scenarios and situations. No
Mm.
doubt, all the scenarios we've mentioned, she
Mm.
has handled them.
Yeah.
So we would like to bring her into this by God's grace. We hope
Mhm.
that she'll have the time for us. If not, we can always have a recorded session when she's
Yeah.
available, and then
Yeah.
air it out to our audience. But yeah, we want to have some of her input as well. And thank you so much, Bridget. Thank you for your input and knowledge as a therapist. Um, you've probably indirectly touched on these situations as you are applying, your profession, and with different groups of people that you
Mm.
work with. So thank you. You
Mm.
know, but yeah, let's round it off now. And we are also going to leave a little bit for Sandra to help us tackle this
Mhm.
issue. You
Yeah.
know, what would you say as a point of summary for
Mhm.
tonight?
Well, before I do that, I also want to thank you. Thank you for just your willingness to go there,
Mm,
to touch on those difficult topics, to talk about those difficult issues, and to bring light. I think a lot of these areas are dark areas for some people. So
mm.
thank you for your willingness to shed light.
Wow,
Uh,
that's my name, Rujek.
My God.
Oh my God. Okay, no, stop it, Rujek. Stop it. Stop it.
Right. Okay. So to finish off,
Yeah.
yes, we've touched on a lot of things, and I really want to bring an element of equality here. That um, you talked about the different thing areas, that people we have to learn in the law, the opportunities, and all that. One thing I will say is that we have to be willing to embrace is growth mindedness.
Mm,
We have to be growth minded. This one, for both men and women, we
yes.
all have growth opportunities. Whether whether we're growing in our attitudes, whether we're growing in our understanding, whether we're growing in humility, we're growing in love, it doesn't matter. It's still growth. And it's something that cannot be excluded. When we are growth minded, we see everything, every experience as something that is building on another, on another, on another. We are progressing.
Mm,
So you may not be progressing financially in something, but you may be progressing in your character, in your personality. You may be progressing as a parent. You may be progressing in whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You identify your growth.
mm,
And that ability to have that growth mindedness, I cannot overemphasize that.
Mm.
If you bring that into marriage, into when you move here, and when you parent, if you are growth minded, you are not limited. It means you will see every challenge.
Mm.
You will approach every challenge with the attitude of, what is the opportunity here for me? No
Mm.
matter how difficult it is, how hard it is, how challenging it is, you are going to look for the opportunities of growth for yourself, and even for learning and growth for those around you.
Mm.
So, what the only thing I can leave with you, right, for you guys right now, is, please, please start looking into having an attitude or a mindset of growth. That's all I'd have to say.
Wow. I love that. I love that. I absolutely love that. Ah, everything that starts must always have an end. We meet to part and part to meet.
Hmm.
From myself and Bridget, as you wait for the next episode in culture, assimilation, and integration, please, 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 please have a wonderful weekend and week ahead. Bye for now.
Bye.